Hi everyone, this is Christine. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're here at the alligator bar, covered in sandbox. Like to stress, this is sandbox mode. Anyway, as you can see, we have this cute little backyard, but it would be so lovely if we had a pond. So I'm going to show you through that. First we go and select the land sculpting tool. Then we just choose how strong it's gonna be. Go in here, choose this one here, and maybe not so intense. Want to make it a little bit irregular in shape, so just make little blobs like this. Here we go. As you can see, we got this irregular hole here now. Oy. Gotta learn how to talk. And let's go to land painting. And I choose this. Which one you choose is your preferences. And then we're just gonna paint here so we can see the hole. Here we go. So you see we have this irregular little hole here now. Of course you can make a huge pond or a tiny pond. That's completely up to you. So, okay. Now we got this hole and we just simply use the new pull tool. Here we go. Go for this one called Zachary. Then we just choose our starting point. It's not really a big deal because whatever we decide, we can always alter. As you can see, we got the edges here now. Then we just go here and we go to the resize. We just drag it like so. Do the same with this side, so it disappears underneath. And lastly, what are you? There you go. Here we go. So now we got this water pond. We can jump in and swim in, but yeah, but it's still lacking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the new flowers, water lilies. Look at this, so pretty. So now we have these water lilies. Unfortunately, if it's possible to plop them up top, that will just be like, no, I don't want that. So what I normally do, I just like take whatever I'm gonna use and make like little lumps of them. Here we go. You can also choose different colors, what you prefer. So let's get some more of the big ones. Well, it's kind of a small pond, so this is probably plenty. We go back to our tool and we go to the move. Then we take this like so. We'll just plop it in till it gets on the water line. There we go. And just do that with all the little lilies we got. Ready? There we go. Also rotate them just, so you get a little differences, and we just do that with all the little petals we selected here. So another big one down here. We just drag where we want it, make sure it's over the water. There we go, and we have these two littles left. So that's how we make things float on top of water. There we go. And last but not least, so alligator bar, gotta learn how to talk, is already done. So there's really not too much we can do there. But if you were making a job or a house in sandbox to flip later, then a pond could be a nice addition. So we also need some plants. They have those beautiful, I don't know what they're called, cattails. When I was little, I used to watch cartoons and they would, light these up and use them as arrows. So yeah, there are a couple that grows not too far from where I live, but it's in a nature reservation, so you're not allowed to pick them. But I'm still very curious about them. So now we can just add plants and things. As you can see, I have one there. Not allowed to, again, just use the tool and drag and plop it wherever you want. What you can also do to make the pond a little more realistic is go to nature decor. And you have these stones here. They're like there's sheets. Let me just go with one of these. Look at that, it's so big. And then again, we just use our tool. We just plop where we want it. And there we go. And suddenly we have like a little stony texture around the pond. So yeah, you just add as much flowers or things and whatnots as you want, and you make a beautiful pond. So yeah, let's add some flowers, maybe some sunflowers if you like that. Stones, logs, whatever, So what you can also do is, if you go here, see if you get through those regular little stones like so. And we can just tidy up around the edge a little bit. And to make it truly enchanting, you can add bugs. Cute little bugs. Here we go. What you do then is you go to this one called visual effect, and then you just choose the one you want. I want this little glowing ones. And by pressing the leaf, I sort of attach them to the leaf, so if, you know, I decide to delete the leaves for some reason, then they will also go away. Now you have this cute little pond. Of course, it's lacking in, you know, flowers and such, but depending on how much time you have or what you feel like doing, you can add, you know, quite a few of them. Here we go. So now it looks enchanting. So what you can do, of course, is a very simple one, because this is just for the sake of tutorial. Let's get a bench. Here we go. We're just gonna get one. We're gonna sit here, and while we're sitting, we're gonna go to property settings, and we're going to choose nighttime. So there we go. Look at that beautiful little pond. So there you go. That's how you make a quite simple basic pond in sandbox mode. So there you go. I'm Christine. If you liked this little video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.